And since it looks like this out here, I ain't crawling under a car. So we're gonna get one of those honeydo projects we mentioned done today. Yeah, it's been crazy snow, and sorry, I'm too old to crawl in a car and it's 19 degrees or 17 degrees. As you can see outside there in the opening, it's a little too cold to go out there. So I wasn't about to try to drive a rear-wheel drive car in here and try to spin it around and hope I made it in here. So, you know, these older cars. So I'm gonna do a project for a family member that I'd promised her, and I'm gonna take you along with me. So I'm gonna get on that right now. I've got to get my saw set up. It's actually gonna be a wood project. I know it's not a car project, but I promised I would do some call them honeydew editions, and this is one of them. So we're gonna knock it out right now. Okay, so I've got these right here, these whiteboards, and they're 12 inches wide, or 11 and a half. You know, they're 1 by 12 is what they are. So, you know, they're actually 11 and about a quarter, but, and I need a board 15 and a half inches wide. So I was going to get like a 20-inch wide board, rip it down. My Lowe's, the only one they had was cracked, so I didn't buy it. So first thing I'm going to do though is I got to cut this lid. Now what I'm making is actually a wooden garbage can with a lid, and it's going to have one of these cheap plastic, like a few dollar ones that goes in it. This right here, but it's going to be, you know, something we can paint and looks good, and that's what she wanted, so that's what I'm going to make. First thing I got to do is make this 3/4 of an inch higher than this garbage can, which I said is, garbage can's 20 inches, so we'll make it 20 3/4 long. So take this and mark it 20 3/4 long. As soon as I get flipped over, it's got oil all over it, so. There's 20 3/4, and we'll do it over here too. And in case you're wondering, yeah, I know I do a lot of stuff on cars, but I did used to do a lot, and I mean a lot, of carpenter work and woodwork. I've remodeled several houses. Yeah, well, look at this thing. But anyway, I've remodeled about 4, and I've built like porch swings and stuff like that. So, you know, I've done this a lot. Anyway, this one is ready to cut once, like so. And I'm not sure if this saw actually, my old one had a laser on it. Got a light, no laser. Okay. Never used this saw before. I had another one like this, but it was an older one that was blue. And it's actually out there, but it's heavy foot damage. Alright, now that's got that. And I need to do a couple more like this. So I'll get those cut out. Okay, So I've got 2 boards. I've actually got 6 cut out, all the same height. And I need them wider. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take 2 of these and I'm gonna take dowel rods and I'm gonna drill holes down through here and glue them together and clamp them together. Basically making plugs. But I'm gonna do it out of a dowel rod I have here rather than spending money on those plugs because I've got one already here. They make a fancy jig for this that you can do this. But you take a 3/8 inch mark, put here, a 3/8 inch mark here, draw you a line all the way down the center on both sides. That is the center line of this board. So all you got to do is drill your drill holes on that center line. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this out, mark it like that right now. There we go. So I've got a line on it like so. And as long as I drill on that line on both boards, they'll fit in. So I need to do another one this way and get it marked out. I've got 4 total. I'm not really sure the size of this dowel rod. It was just laying over here. It was something that's here when I bought the house. They had left out here where they had a wood shop. About as big as that hole. But anyway, I'm gonna cut them about 1 inch long, each one. Maybe 1.25 inches. Might do 1.25 inches, be just on the safe side. But and these, like I said, these ain't gotta be perfect. So cut all these out. Then we can drill the holes, clamp these together. All right, so that's my plugs. So we'll put one here, one here, one here, one here, one here. About 5 on each side. I made a few extra. So I need to go get a drill, a bit big as these, and we drill some holes. Like I said, we'll probably mark a different board than this one, but it'll work. So what I did is I made a mark. I actually made 2 here, but these 2 were mistakes. But the ones I put an X in there are the ones I'm keeping. So I did 1.5 inch in, 1.5 inch in, 5, 10, 15. And that puts 5 plugs in it. So now I just gotta find a bit, drill this one, do the other one I got marked like that, and we need to do 2 more. We'll glue them together, clamp them. Dowel rod is a 13/32. That's what size drill bit it uses anyway. Which that drill bit's probably just a hair bigger, but it'll work. Came out pretty good. I had one that wallered just a little bit, so what I'll do is, actually I might got a little trick for that. We'll put these on here for now. I think they'll be all right though. If we have to, we can drill the hole out just a little bigger on the next one, but I think that's going to work. Rather than mark them with the thing on this one, mark them like this. And I need to remember to make that one a little bit further this way because it's going to go there. Well, that's sliding a little bit, so that should be all right. All right. Yeah, so I got it here. So what I'm going to do is just fill these holes up with some glue, and I'm going to lay a bead all the way across. And I've got some clamps over here that I'm going to clamp everything up, and then I'll go back and rip these boards down to the length I need. Heat with glue. Okay. Anyway, let's snap together like so. I got the right side. Okay. All right, it's a little off, but it'll be all right. Because this side is about straight. It's just these are not real good boards. So we'll clamp this side. This is the side we'll use. We'll use this side. So, but I'll go ahead and clamp it. Here. So I gotta do 2 more the same way. Clamp them. As you can see, let me spin the tripod around for you. But I've got them over there sitting on the generator clamped. And they're fitting together pretty good now. I got them clamped. Just had to work them a little bit. They ain't gonna be perfect, but it's gonna look good when I get it come out. So, all right, so this one came out perfect. I mean, once I clamp it, it's gonna look like a solid piece of wood. So I'll probably use this one for the front of the garbage can and that for the back, because it's just a little. It's about a 1/16 of an inch off, if that. But it's just because they weren't. This ain't the best wood. Like I said, I couldn't get anything. They don't. You pay like a fortune for it, and I was like, for a garbage can, it's just overkill. So we'll use this. We'll let these dry. Come back and put the rest of it together. While the other stuff's drying, we're going to cut 2 pieces, 15.5 inches. Alright, we'll cut 2.5 inches long. Really could use a clamp. Actually, there's a correction on the lid. It needs to be 17 inches, not 15.5. So that piece is just, we won't be using it. So we'll cut the piece 17 inches long here. And the reason for that is I need to come over the sides of the pieces of board on the garbage can. And I didn't have enough slack, so. Cut this 17, and we'll call it good. And that will be our lid. Alright, so it's got our lid cut out right now. These 2 extra pieces of dowel rod I cut, I'll make a hinge with those. Put on each side so it'll hinge up and down. And once it dries, we'll put it all together. Alright guys, so all my glue's dried. I've got this table saw here. I don't know, I've never used this table saw before. It was actually donated to me in the flood. It looks like a pretty good one. The one I had was a Hitachi. It died in the flood. So I don't have the fit that holds the guard on isn't here, but I'm alright using it without it. So need to take this guy apart like so, and I need to make a mark on it, make it 17 inches wide. So get my thing here. Now this table saw doesn't go out to 17 inches, but we're what, 24, 22, and well, we can do that. What I'll do is make a mark however I need, like so. And these need to be ripped down 17 inches wide. I'll put this on here and just mark it, just because I just like to have a mark, you know. I like having a mark to look at. Not really have to have it as long as I've got a mark to see, but I like to make a whole mark just to look at it. So, rather than trying to line it up by this little mark, what I'm going to do is, when this saw doesn't go out to 17 inches, I'm going to measure that in what the piece I'm going to cut off, like so. And I'm going to set my blade down the same length. So now those are done. pressure's off. So, be to glue everything together like so. And hold it with your fingers and shoot a nail through your finger probably. But there's one. And as I'm going down, I'm going to center it sort of up and like so. Level my board out. About slid on me. It's just got an adjustable air thing. Yeah, get it out of my face. Dang, give me a little more slack right there. Alright, so, and that's got that side. Now, we'll go ahead and take the back, put it on, let me get it. And essentially all I'm making is a box. But it's going to be more decorative than just a regular square box. It's not going to be just a square box. It's going to have like beading around it and a hinge system. So, but I mean, for all intents and purposes, we're building a box. There's a method to my madness, just like everything I do. And I know what you're thinking, oh, this is going to come out terrible. And it might. But once I'm done with it, I don't think you'll think. This part's done. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's just a big square box, and it is. That's exactly what it is. But there's going to be more to it than that. So let me flip the camera around. We're going to go back to the miter saw. We're going to make this look pretty now. Now, you get plugged in here with the miter saw, and what we're going to do is we're going to make a trim piece around the bottom and the top. And the top piece is actually going to hold the hinge for the drawer, or I mean for the lid. So, and then I'll hold in just a second. Anyhow, first thing I need to do is we're going to make some 45-degree cuts. So, I'm going to change batteries, so let me do that. Cold and GoPros are not a good combination. Okay, that battery's kind of weak. Anyway, the first thing I need to do is take this and make a 45-degree cut on it. So, flip this guy over there. Like so. Move this water I'm drinking. And oh, that works good. Anyhow, what we'll do is we'll flip this guy upside down. You can see it holds the garbage can really well. So, alrighty. I need some more nails than that too, any chance. So, probably need to cut this in half, really, where I can handle it. Or I can do it with tape measure. Let me get the measurement. Okay. So, we're looking at 12 3/4 right there to the inside. So, the inside of my angle, 12 3/4. This on top, right to the end of my triangle, and we put a mark right there. Okay. Now, I've got this mark here. What I have to do is go the opposite direction. 45, I'm gonna move my water. There is 45. Okay. And now, line my saw blade up where it absolutely cuts right on the line. Right to the edge on the line. Alright. Okay. And double check it. And that looks good. I don't know if you can see down here, but see, that's going to go all the way around like that. Be nice if this little gun told you had nickels out of nails. Some do. This is the cheapest one I could buy though at the time. Just to hold it together and glue, because I want stuff to stay together. I don't want it to come apart on me. So, same thing up here. And I'm gonna put a few more nails in this because it needs some more. Okay, so that part's done. All right. We'll a lot of glue. I can do a lot of glue too. Now this is a tip. Put one right here, put one right here, put one right here, and one right here. And that'll keep your gaps tight. All right, so that piece is done. The bottom of it's done. Now as you can see, the garbage can just sits right down in there perfectly. Now I'm going to make a band that goes around here with a lid. And I'll do that now. All right. Anyway, what I'm doing is, this is going to be the lid. These are going to sit up higher, and there's going to be a trim piece here, a trim piece here. That way you can just lift the lid up and put a handle on it. And I'm going to have hinges hidden here and here. Pretty simple process. So, I can go ahead and put this one on, but I need to drill this board either way for the hinges. And what I'm going to use for hinges is those two pieces of dowel rod I had last night, wherever I stuck them. So, we'll get to that right quick though. All right, so yeah, like that. And the hinge will just sit in there on both sides and raise up and down. And that's that. All right, so I got it all drilled out, ready to go together. Now I need to take this and cut a 45 off of it, so it doesn't hit when you're raising the can up. So now I'm gonna do this the shortest 45 I can do. See that? So that should, if we have to, we can take this down this way too, which we might. We'll see. All right, so I was gonna set 1.5 inches at the back, put a piece in front and back, but I realized you couldn't get the garbage can out if I did that. So just gonna cut 1.5 inch piece, put it in the front of this, same way I did everything else, and it'll be done. All right, so that's done. You see, I'm just gonna do that. And then I might put the dowels in here as plugs. But this is gonna go just like this. So let me back these screws out. So that's done. And I am gonna go ahead and make some plugs, put in it. Just some simple ones. In a little minute. Because I don't want this part to be seen. But I drilled all those in, put those in like that. So now we just need to make some plugs out of this old dowel rod, glue it in, and we'll take a saw and cut them off after we do it. Here's one. So all we're going to do is put plugs down in there like that. That is actually perfect. And we'll fill it up with some glue. Expect that one to slide down that far. So we'll cut a bunch about. This is 1.5 inches forward. 1.25 inches probably would do it. About 1.25 inches should do it. Get my. We'll do them all, and we'll do all 5 of these. And I'm not putting a handle on it right now because I'm gonna let her pick out. She may want a decorative handle or whatever, so I'm gonna let her pick out what kind of handle she wants on it. But you know, and then you can just grab the garbage can out like so, and get that in there. Anyway, trying to do it one-handed. Anyway, so you can grab the garbage can out like so, put a bag down in it. It's not going to spill down in there and get everything nasty. But we'll make these plugs, put them in, and this guy's done. Now I'm just going to take this saw. They make a saw for these, but I don't, a back cut saw for these. I don't have one right now, so. There we go. Now I'll touch that up with a little sandpaper on the front, but it's done. So there's Marcy, her little garbage can she wanted. And she'll paint it black and put it in the kitchen like she's going to and put her handle on it. Hopefully she likes it. So, but I am going to get a little wood filler and a little sandpaper, touch this up. And then a little wood filler put in there. All the seams. But it's done. All right, guys. So that's got that done. First honeydew project. What do y'all think? I hope y'all enjoy it. Might do some more if it shows interest. Not gonna be an everyday thing, trust me. I'm a car guy more than I am a woodworker, but I am good with both. So, but I promised some people I would do one, so I did one. And next week I've got a car one, and it should be a dandy one. I've actually got somebody that's looking into me, want me to review some of their products. So I'll announce all that next week when I do the video. I'm waiting on the package to get here. Hopefully I can work with them a lot more. Up to 220 subscribers now. Hoping that keeps growing. Been a little slow week last week, but you know, it's been snowing, it's been cold. I fought with this lift for 2 weeks. still may end up doing some more work to it, to the piers on the bottom of it, because I just do not trust this concrete. I don't know who poured it or anything like that. I'll make up my mind. I've not made up my mind for sure yet. However, next week we'll have that. We should be starting back on the cars. This snow should be gone, so we should be able to not kill ourselves trying to back one in here. Because right now, when I get in that yard, I get stuck. That's just all there is to it. So, but until then, I appreciate you guys a lot. I appreciate everybody's support with me. This stuff isn't easy to get up here and do. I hope you guys know it's hard to get in front of a camera. For me, I'm not the most comfortable person talking in front of everybody like this. So, you know, I try to do my best. I hope you guys enjoy it all, though. I appreciate everybody's support, though. If you can, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. If you watch me and you enjoy me, keep telling everybody, keep, you know, sharing, subscribing. Subscribing's a big one. Liking, you know. And last but not least, get out there and rig something up. Anybody can do this. Just got to put your effort out there. And that's what I really try to show everybody, is put effort out there when I say go rig something up. So, you know, anybody can do it. I'm not a genius. So, thanks for watching.